Did you
Did
know?
you know? After the Israelites came into the promised, God used the
Israel
to bring them on the evil nations
who were living in Canaan and worshiping many false gods. He wanted his people to be set apart to worship only him and to be warriors who would defend the land he gave them. He warned them not to mix with the other nations and worship their false gods. But as the Israel got comfortable, they got sloppy about following God's way and began to follow the ways and idols of the other nations. Yes, go.
One people
Rebel
and turned from him. God allowed their enemies to roll over them harshly.
Right.
When his people cried out and
repented,
God raised a leader to deliver them. And they were called
Judges. Great job. So now we're going to read Judges 3:12-29.
Mommy,
yes?
Can I have water?
Not yet.
I really want to.
Okay. Judges 3:12-29.
What?
Come in. Let me see your pretty face. There you go.
Can you do mine? You're too happy.
Face. Okay, let's sit up. Okay, let's sit. Sit.
Now.
Okay. Now the sons of Israel again did evil in the sight of the Lord. So the Lord strengthened Eglon, the king of Moab, against Israel, because they had done evil in the sight of the Lord. And he gathered to himself the sons of Ammon and Amalek. And he went and defeated Israel, and they took possession of the city of the palm trees. And the sons of Israel served Eglon, the king of Moab, for 18 years. Ehud kills Eglon. But when the sons of Israel cried out to the Lord raised up a deliverer for them, Ehud, the son of Gera, the Benjamite, a left-handed man. And the sons of Israel sent tribute by him to Eglon, the king of Moab. Now Ehud made himself a sword which had 2 edges, a cubit in length, and he strapped it on his right thigh under his cloak when he presented the tribute to Eglon, king of Moab. Then he presented. Now Eglon was a very fat man, and it came about when he had finished presenting the tribute that Ehud sent away the people who had carried the tribute. But he himself turned back from the idols which were at Gilgal and said, I have a secret message for you, O king. And the king said, Silence! And all who were attending left him. Then Ehud came to him while he was sitting in his cool roof chamber alone. And Ehud said, I have a message from God for you. And he got up from his seat. Then Ehud reached out with his left hand and took the sword from his right hand and thrust it into his belly, and the hilt of the sword went in after the blade, and the fat closed over the blade, because he did not pull out the sword out of his belly, and the refuse came out. Then Ehud went out into the vestibule and shut the doors of the roof chamber behind him and locked them. When he had left, the king's servant came and looked, and behold, the doors of the roof chamber were locked. And they said, Undoubtedly he is relieving himself in the cool room. So they waited until it would have been shameful to wait longer. But behold, he did not open the doors of the roof chamber. So they took the key and opened them. And behold, their master had fallen to the floor dead. Now Ehud escaped while they were hesitating, and he passed by the idols and escaped to Sirah. And when he arrived, he blew the trumpet in the hill country of Ephraim. And the sons of Israel went down with him from the hill country, and he was leading them. Then he said to them, "Pursue them, for the Lord has handed your enemies, the Moabites, over to you." So they went down after him and took control of the crossing places of the Jordan opposite Moab, and did not allow anyone to cross. They struck and killed about 10,000 Moabites at that time, all robust and valiant men, and no one escaped. That was kind of gory.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
No, it's not? Okay. So now, who allowed King Eglon to have power over Israel, and why?
God.
Correct. And why? We answer all parts of the question.
Because they did not listen to God's word.
Yeah, so because who? Who's they?
The Israelites.
Yeah, because the Israelites did not follow God. And, turn away from him. Okay? God, and we're going to write in complete sentence. God allow King Eglon to have power over Israel because the Israelites did not follow God and turn away from him. Okay, so now what did God do when his people cried out to him? So when his people cried out to him, God what?
I think that's too long for me.
No. The more you write, the better you are at it. When his people cried out to him, God what?
God what?
What did God do? Who is Ehud? What did he do for the Israelites? Should I revoke your tablet privilege for today?
Why?
Because you're not focusing. We're studying the Bible and you're not focusing.
I don't know.
So what did when verse 15, when his people cried out to him, what did God do? In verse 15. But when the sons of Israel cried out to the Lord, what happened?
The Lord raised delivered them.
Yeah, a deliverer for them. What did Ehud do? What did Ehud do?
I don't know.
He took a sword, and what did he do? What is a tribute? What is a tribute?
He killed someone.
No, a tribute is like a tax.
And
Right? You pay.
Ehud and killed Eglon.
Right, Ehud killed Eglon. So God allowed Ehud to kill the king that the Israelites were being kind of like slaves to, right? And then they were free, right? So that's what a deliverer means, to deliver from slavery, to not be a slave to King Eglon anymore, okay? So when his people cry out to him, God what? What do you say, Novus? God
Delivers.
God raised up a deliverer. Okay? And then The next one. What did you like about the story of Ehud?
None.
None? Nothing. How about you, Trinity?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's not a fun story for me either. How
But
about
they asked, and nobody did nothing.
how about that God listened to the Israelite? What about that? It is a scary.
It's nothing. It's so scary.
It's but don't you like the fact that God listened to His people? That God listened to our prayers? I mean, we have enemies, right? There are Satan is our enemy, but if and God will deliver us if we cry out to Him. Isn't that something good to think about? Okay, then I will write nothing. Okay, so the next one is you're gonna draw right here, and then let's do the memory verse. Do not be conformed to the pattern of this world. So we're gonna do not be conformed
Do not be conformed
to the pattern of this world, but be transformed
Be transformed
by the renewing of your mind.
by the renewing of your mind.
Yeah. So let's do it again. Do not be conformed
Be conformed
to the pattern of this world, but be transformed
or be transformed
by the renewing of your mind.
renewing of your mind.
Romans 12,
Romans 12,
2.
2.
One more time. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12, 2. Yep.
What about the ending part? This
Oh, that's NIV. It's the